So at this point, I want you to imagine a world. On one part, this God looks exactly like you. This God is dressed, speaks, walks, and upholds everything about you, right? Let's suppose this God is a black God, and this God has hair like mine, speaks like me, and seems quite close to my idea of being and belonging and sense of existence. I am bound to be a very confident person. I am bound to be a person that feels that the world belongs to me and I can do as I please when I please. But on the other hand, if this God is alienated from me, if this God does not look like me, right? Imagine a little 5-year-old walking into a church, and in this church is a blonde, blue-eyed statue of a person. In this church are stained glass windows of white, pale men and women crying or whatever it may be. And in this same church, the priest is white, and all the people that serve at the altar or behind the altar rails of an Anglican or Catholic church specifically, are white people in white robes. And that black child walks into that church. Immediately, that child knows that 1, holiness is not within their reach. 2, God is not made in their image, or they are not made in the image of God, and that God is actually not on their side. And so God has chosen a team, and it is only those who belong to this team that God will always uphold. This is a society that I think was quite disruptive, a society that was very divisive, that had been created in South Africa, because it created this image that God had chosen a people. God had chosen white people, or God had chosen the Afrikaner white people specifically to lead the heathen blacks. And Biko's vision in terms of theology literally strips away all of that and says, hold up, there's something wrong with this idea, and brings God within the reach of those who've been excluded, and begins to say, imagine a God that looks like you. Imagine a God that has your best interest at heart. Imagine a God that does not belong to Methodists, Catholics, Anglicans, Pentecostals, or anyone, but a God that solely belongs to creation at large, right? So this God does not belong to any church, not stuck behind walls. This God is not stuck behind the idea of you either do what I want you to do or you go to hell, but this God just says, come as you are, and just loves you.